DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: a new minimum wage for Dominica is due to come into effect on the 1st of October this year. Over 800 tremors recorded in the past day as the submarine volcano Kikamjeni raises concerns for the Eastern Caribbean. And on the international scene, European leaders outraged after Russian strikes killed 23 and damaged the EU's headquarters in Ukraine. Well, good morning. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Major Morning News. The details right after this.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica. And yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back. First up in the news this morning, a new minimum wage for Dominica is due to come into effect on the 1st of October this year. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says various categories of workers will benefit from the minimum wage. The minimum wage was last increased in 2021.
The government has appointed the advisory board. Advisory board is in place. The Acting Minister for Labour, Honourable Pinard, reported to the Cabinet that he met with the board a couple of weeks ago and the board is doing its work. The mandate is that a report should come to us in September so that a new minimum wage should take effect in Dominica in October 1. So we're hoping that they can do their work diligently and judiciously and to provide the Minister with advice on what they believe would be a fair rate for minimum wage in Dominica, various categories of workers. And because the mandate by the Parliament is for us to give effect to a minimum wage October 1, 2025. And so we look forward to that. When we last increased the minimum wage in 2021, we indicated that every 3 years we'd have a review to take into consideration the every 3-year review that the public services have with employees. So this is what we're doing, and we look forward to that report in September so it could take effect October 1.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Director of Public Prosecutions Shirma Rampel says her office will take a course of action after some defendants were granted bail for murder during the last criminal court sessions. Rampel spoke to DBS News ahead of the September criminal court session.
We have certain matters, murder matters that we are giving priority. We also have applications to be made in respect of variation of bail. I know the public was very concerned last month that bail was granted to certain individuals in this very nominal sum, some of which obtained bail for murder in the sum of $1,000. I would like to speak on this matter and say bail is not at the discretion of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. It is the judge who grants bail. And we believe that these rulings, we had about 8 of them at the ending of the session, that these rulings were wrong in law. This is why we plan on taking certain course of actions in respect of these bail orders that were made. They received bail for murder. They applied to the court as unrepresented individuals, and bail was given to them for murder and in nominal sums. So we have these matters currently under review with action to be taken in the next session.
Director of Public Prosecutions, Shoma Dairampel. The Parliament of Dominica will convene this morning to amend the Registration of Electors Act. The amendment will give the Electoral Commission an extension to prepare for the voter confirmation process. The voter confirmation process will now begin on October 15, 2025.
On Friday, August 29, 2025, the Government of Dominica will present to Parliament a bill to amend the Registration of Electors Act. This follows a request from the Electoral Commission for additional time to commence the voter confirmation process. The Commission, in writing to the Government on August 21, 2025, indicated that 1st September is not feasible to commence this important exercise and therefore sought an extension. For clarity, SRO number 16 of 2025 declared the period 1st September 2025 to 31st August 2026 as the confirmation period for the registration of electors under the Registration of Electors Act 2025. According to the Commission, an adjustment of the confirmation period is necessary to allow for installation of critical equipment, modifications to the software specifications, amendments to the governing regulations, and the recruitment of employees required for the confirmation process.
That was Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Mr. Skerrit says the Commission will launch a national media campaign starting on the 1st of September to engage the public in the voter confirmation process.
I should stress that I have been advised that equipment required for the confirmation process has been delivered to the electoral office. Confirmation centers have also been identified. The Commission is currently installing the equipment and finalizing staffing arrangements and training. The regulations have been amended and gazetted, and all necessary forms have been printed to facilitate the process. The Commission has advised that the extension will allow for the resolution of outstanding operational challenges, while offering adequate time to engage the public. It will embark on a national media campaign from September 1, 2025 on the confirmation process to ensure that the electorate is well informed and prepared. Accordingly, on Friday, August 29, 2025, Parliament will meet to consider and approve the necessary measure to grant the requested extension for the formal process of confirmation of electors to begin on 15th October 2025.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. In some more news this morning, Bouyon artist DJ MJ has been released from police custody pending further investigations as he was picked up earlier by law enforcement this week. Well, the police conducted an operation on Wednesday at DJ MJ's residence in Jimmet. DJ MJ, whose real name is Paul Albert Jolly from the village of Granby, was arrested following allegations that he made inciting statements within the lyrical content of a song during a performance on Friday, the 22nd of August in Roseau. During a search of DJ MJ's premises at Jimmet, the police recovered 3 realistic imitation firearms. Mr. Jolly was interviewed, or that should be DJ MJ was interviewed at the Criminal Investigation Department, the CID, and was subsequently released yesterday pending further investigations into the matter. Well, the police in a statement last night said that they remain steadfast in their commitment to upholding the rule of law and ensuring the safety, security and peace of the Commonwealth of Dominica. A coordinator of the community policing program, David Andrew Jr., says the police is on a drive to expand the program in Dominica. Mr. Andrew says a number of committees have been established in various communities.
Critical to the advancement of community policing is the formation of committees comprising a wide cross-section of members of the community, to include village council members, principals, teachers, community leaders, farmers, and the youth. These committees have been formed in the areas of Granby, Point Michel, Tarish Pit, Wesley, and Bath Estate. The aim is to meet and discuss issues which impact the safety and security of the specific communities and come up with workable solutions. For example, in Wesley, the offense of theft of agricultural produce has caused substantial losses to farmers. The police have met with the farmers, heard their concerns, and we have collectively developed strategies to combat this particular crime. Additionally, we have met and engaged the youth in Wesley, listening to them, understanding their concerns. We have also involved the Youth Development Officer to be part of the Community Policing Committee.
And that's coordinator of the Community Policing Program, David Andrew Jr. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has announced the appointment of Lauren Barnes Roberts as Dominica's new High Commissioner to the United Kingdom. Mr. Skerrit expressed confidence in Roberts' skills to effectively represent Dominica in her role as British High Commissioner.
Pleased to announce the appointment of Her Excellency Lauren Barnes Roberts as Dominica's new High Commissioner to the United Kingdom. Mrs. Barnes Roberts brings a wealth of experience and distinguished service to this important diplomatic role. From 2016 to 2022, she served as Dominica's permanent representative to the United Nations in New York, where she represented Dominica's interests at the highest levels of international diplomacy. In that capacity, she was a strong advocate for sustainable development, disaster resilience, and unique challenges of small island developing states. Her ministerial portfolios in community development, culture, gender affairs, information, tourism, industry, and private sector relations further demonstrated her depth of experience in public service and nation building. Against this background, I am confident that Mrs. Barnes Roberts will effectively represent Dominica in London. Her leadership and diplomatic skills will be critical in strengthening Dominica's long-standing relationship with the United Kingdom, advancing our foreign policy priorities, and addressing outstanding issues of importance to both our countries. On behalf of the government and people of Dominica, I extend warm congratulations to Mrs. Barnes Roberts on her new appointment and wish her every success as she assumes this important responsibility.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Let's head into news from the region this morning as the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center is monitoring the increased seismic activity at the Kikamjeni submarine volcano, which is located near Grenada. Well, the unrest began on Wednesday. Approximately 800 tremors have been detected since. The largest events measured so far in the range of magnitude 2.2 to 2.4 on the Richter scale. There have been no reports of these tremors being felt in Grenada, and while activity is continuing, its intensity has decreased compared to the start of the unrest. Well, based on the information from the UE Seismic Research Center, the alert level for Kikamjeni remains at yellow. This means that all marine interests should maintain the exclusion zone of 1.5 kilometers. And on the international scene, the head of the European Union's Executive Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, has spoken of her outrage at Russia's deadliest onslaught on Ukraine since July, which also damaged the EU's delegation office in the Ukrainian capital. At least 23 people, including 4 children, were killed and dozens more were wounded in the bombardment. A 5-story residential building was destroyed and the EU mission and nearby British consul were also damaged. Well, that's the news. Let's recap the headlines. A new minimum wage for Dominica is due to come into effect on the 1st of October this year. Over 800 tremors recorded in the past day as the submarine volcano Kikem raises concerns for the Eastern Caribbean, and European leaders outraged after Russian strikes killed 23 and have damaged the European Union's headquarters in Ukraine. That's the news. Stay tuned for sports.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy, Dominica. And yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from NBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your mobile banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
Well, welcome to the morning sports. Let's begin with netball news. Another tough day for the national netball team as they suffered 2 losses yesterday as matches continued in the 5th ECCB International Netball Series in Grenada. Well, Dominica went down to Antigua last night, losing that game 60-38. Earlier on yesterday, well, Dominica also, they went down to the Cayman Islands. They lost that game 58-43. Dominica has now lost 5 out of their 6 matches played in the competition. And of course, the national netball team will be in action again this afternoon when they take on regional powerhouse Barbados from 5 o'clock. Let's bring you some more sports this morning. The Olympic gold medalist Thea Lafau-Gadsden produced her season's best, but it wasn't quite enough for a top 3 finish in the women's triple jump finals at the Zurich Diamond League Games yesterday. Well, Lafau-Gadsden needed a big jump on her final attempt to crack into the top 3, and she recorded her best jump of the year. However, it landed her in 4th place. She jumped 14.04 meters on her very first attempt before getting to 14.36 meters on attempt number 2. She followed that up with a jump of 14.25 meters on her 3rd attempt before suffering a little setback on her 4th jump, where she jumped only 13.81 meters. In her 5th attempt, she went for 14.35 meters. And then Thea Lafau-Gadsden needing to jump 14.65 meters on her final attempt to secure 3rd place. She put in her best jump of the year. She recorded 14.62 meters to finish in 4th place. Well, the event was won by Lianis Hernandez Perez of Cuba with a jump of 14.91 meters. Liagamis Povea of Cuba was also second with a jump of 14.72 meters. And Velasco of Cuba third with a jump of 14.65 meters. So Cuba taking the top 3 positions. Meantime, Thea Lafau-Gadsden says it was good to have gotten a season's best as she continues to work her way back into peak form following her injury after the Olympics.
Yeah, today was a pretty solid day. I'm happy to have walked away with a season's best. It did take me quite a few jumps to kind of figure out what was kind of funky with my run, but I'm happy at the end I actually did figure it out, which then leaves me in a much better headspace heading into World Champs. I'm really looking forward to cleaning it up even more and jumping even farther. We travel to Tokyo tomorrow, so we're going to get situated, get acclimated, and get ready to attack. So I'm very excited for the last meet in the big championship of the season, and I'm looking forward to bigger jumps to come.
And that's the national athlete Thea Lafau-Gadsden. So Thea will now turn her attention to the World Championships, which will be held in September in Tokyo, Japan. She's Dominica's only qualified athlete and will jump on the 16th of September in the women's triple jump. National athlete Denick Luke will also represent Dominica at the World Championships. He will participate in the 400-meter hurdles on September 15th. Luke recently placed 4th in that event at the NACAC Games in the Bahamas. Let's move to some basketball news now as the police showed up to last night's DABA Premier League match without a bench. And the end result wasn't pretty as the 5 officers got run out of the gym, losing by 52 points to the happy 767 Sports Club Dominators. Well, the police had no substitutes, and they had no answer for Assad Mohammed, who lit them up for 46 points, including 8 3-pointers, as the Dominators cruised to the win. Well, Andrel Dilmon had 21 points as well for the Dominators, while Daniel Ormond had 33 and Shyla Farrell 21 for the police officers. Meantime, in the Division 1 League last night, the defending champions, the Detroit Blazers, they got the better of the Canefield Tigers 63-46. Kimon Jean-Baptiste had 18 and Marianne Blanc 19 for the Blazers, while Sean Thomas scored 12 and Haywood Powell had 10 points for the Canefield Tigers. In some cricket news now, the St. Lucia Kings made it 2 wins in a row as they got past the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots as matches continued in the Republic Bank CPL last night. St. Kitts batting first, they made 177 for 3 in their 20 overs. Mohammed Rizwan got 60 and Andre Fletcher 37. Kyle Mayers 27. Alec Athanaze was included in the team, but he didn't get an opportunity to bat. The St. Lucia Kings replied with 180 for 3 in 17 overs, winning that game by 7 wickets. Tim Seifert got 68, Johnson Charles 47, and Akeem Ogis 29. The CPL action continues tonight with the Trinbago Knight Riders taking on the Barbados Royals. That game is set for 7 o'clock. Volleyball news now. The Dominica Amateur Volleyball Association is hosting the Blue Waters Lord of the Sands Beach Volleyball Tournament this weekend. Well, the competition is set for Sunday at Meru Beach. PRO of the Dominica Volleyball Association is Sidney John.
We have again partnered with Fine Foods Inc. this time to have the Blue Waters Lord of the Sands Beach Volleyball Tournament this Sunday at Meru Beach. So we inviting people to come down to Meru at 11 a.m. to enjoy some quality beach volleyball action. It's the Lord of the Sands, Blue Waters Lord of the Sands. We have the women's competition and the men's competition happening at the same time. We want to piggyback off our success in beach volleyball recently and, entertain the public locally and as well try to scout for some new talent to come into the sport. So we can push some other people to go out and represent Dominica at that level, but we will not know unless we, give them the experience here and we can see what they have and what we can develop. So beach volleyball is made up of two players. You only have 2 people, no subs, and you play on the sand. 2 people, no subs, just making that clear.
And that's PRO of the Dominica Volleyball Association, Sidney John. In some boxing news, President of the Dominica Boxing Association, Job Joseph, is hoping that the association can build on the success from the recently held Boxing Officials Workshop. Joseph says he was impressed by the turnout and is hoping that officials can take the next step, which is international certification. He says there is need for certified boxing officials in Dominica.
Well, if you build in a castle or house, you need to build block after another. You got to build block one after the other until you get what you want. Now, the good thing is they start as national officials. The other step will be get the WB to get involved and send facilitators that they could do other courses and develop their skills from where they are. But Mr. Fadolino is the only referee in Dominica, and he's also a level 1 referee. So he himself need to get into it so he can improve, and he could be the example for them. Because, a good boxer like to watch a good boxer. Likewise, an official like to have somebody they can copy on and be better than what they are. So I think the next move is to get all the boxers involved in it to help our coaches to develop.
And that's President of the Dominica Boxing Association, Job Joseph. And the first annual Hummingbird Youth 3-on-3 Summer Basketball Tournament is set to get underway in September at the Windsor Park. Coordinator of the tournament, Francis Antoine, says the competition will provide an opportunity for young basketballers to showcase their skills. He says some decisions have been taken to encourage the participation of as many players as possible.
Registration fee has been waived and will be free for this year. Registration has been extended to Monday, September the 1st. The Youth 3-on-3 Summer Basketball Tournament has also been moved to September 1st to the 6th, 2025. The program is being sponsored by myself, Francis Antoine, the Windsor Park Sports Stadium, and the Dominica Sports Division via Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports, and Culture. I'm hoping both male and female between the ages of 9 to 19 can come out and take advantage of this opportunity and display their skills and talent on the basketball hardcourt at the Windsor Park Stadium for the Hummingbird Youth 3-on-3 Summer Basketball Tournament.
And that's coordinator of the first annual Hummingbird Youth 3-on-3 Summer Basketball Tournament, Francis Antoine. Well, that'll take us to the end of the DBS Morning Sports Report. More sporting highlights for you during the course of the day. Remember, there's Parliament as well this morning, and that will start from 10 o'clock on all of the frequencies of DBS Radio and also on our social media pages. Until then, I'm Gavin Richards saying good morning.
tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your more banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. 7:31 is the time here on Your Nature Isle, made possible compliments of the good folks of Western Union. Western Union, send and receive money from almost anywhere in the world. Western Union, moving money for better. Coming up shortly, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, we'd like to remind you of your Kalinago word of the day for today. And that's Arabo. Arabo. And that's forest in Kalinago. Arabo. A-R-A-B-O. Once again, that's A-R-A-B-O. Arabo. Forest in Kalinago. Join us Monday morning, God willing, here on your nation station for another edition of your Kalinago word of the day. Made possible. Compliments the good folks of FRS Express Diesel. Up next, your morning's weather report.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
Your morning's weather report made possible compliments Flo Dominica and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan. Big Edge, cash in a flash.
At this time, we say good morning to you, Keisha Dubeek, with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather reports from the Dominica Meteorological Service at Douglas Charles Airport for today, Friday, August 29th, as recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with scattered showers and a slight chance of isolated thunderstorm. Conditions at Douglas Charles Airport were partly cloudy with congestion showers. Surface winds is southeasterly at 4 knots or 7 kilometers per hour. Present temperature 27 degrees Celsius or 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall measured up to 8 p.m. was 2.5 millimeters, and the total rainfall for the month so far is 109.9 millimeters.